What's up, guys? It's me again, bringing back the scary shit. And I have to say so myself. I've been looking over my popular videos, and I saw the horror shit did more well than the gaming shit. So in this case, since my channel is not a gaming channel, I will take the liberty of telling you some urban legends again. Yeah, urban legend. Alright, guys, so this urban legend is called the elevator game, and this is a ritual that will bring you to another dimension, and it's also originated in Japan and South Korea. You will need at least one person, so you can't, be invisible and go in there or something along those lines. But you need at least one person, but you can bring your homies with you. You can bring your homies with you so that you can kill them if you really, really hate them. Second thing you need is a public building with at least 10 floors. Now, in my part of town, there's a building called the Octagon. I know it sounds weird, but that thing has more than 10 floors, so I can do this challenge, but I don't want to die. Also, I'm a puss. Yeah, that's right, I'm saying it right now, I'm a puss. Got a problem with it? Need an elevator. No shit, it is called the elevator game. You need an elevator to play it, dinguses. You freaking freaks. Okay, this is how you start. This is how you start the game. Once you're in the elevator, you gotta press the fourth floor. Do not proceed if someone enters the elevator, or if someone leaves, or one of your homies leave and enter, because if the whole ritual thing will get disrupted, and you will get pissed off, and you will feel you want to kill your friends more. So you gotta do it all from the beginning. After the fourth floor, you know what? Before I explain everything, I'm just gonna tell you the exact order. It's floor, and then second floor, and then the sixth floor, and then the second floor again, and then the 10th floor, and then the 5th floor. Got that? Did it sink in your mind? Have you memorized all of these codes? Okay, they are very important. You fail one time, you have to do that shit again. Alright, I already explained the 4th floor, what you have to do. The 2nd floor, it's practically the same. If someone fucks with you or disrupts the entire thing, you fucking punch his face and ask him to leave. If a woman enters at the 5th floor, do not look at her, do not speak, and do not talk to her. Alright, she's one ugly ass mofo. If you do, she will decide to keep you for her own. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am not ready for adoption, alright, lady? I am not ready for adoption, alright? You want to decide to keep me for your own? You take one of my friends instead, alright? They will make you happy. Alright? So you can't do anything. Just ignore the bitch. Just ignore her. You're gonna want to press the 1st floor. You should not proceed. Basically, nobody should disrupt the thing. The elevator will either ascend or descend. If it reaches the 1st floor, leave and do not look back. Just don't. And then, if it reaches the 10th floor, leave and do not respond to the woman if she asks, "Where are you going?" or "What's wrong?" Her voice will be high. So once you do that, you're in the other world. There are 3 things you should kind of want to do in the other world. If you're alone, you're in the other world. Oh, so your homies are not gonna come with you. Ooh, sorry about that. If you guys actually try this and survive, let me know in the comments. The electronics will not work. The world is identical to ours, but there are slight differences as the lights will be off. Wait, how the fuck are you gonna see if the lights are off? And the only thing you'll be able to see is the windows. From the windows is a red cross at the distance. So you'll be like, you know how those cartoons where they put that mark X and you have to follow, but they keep moving the mark X behind, and you got diggly daggly. I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm sorry, guys. So If you want to return, you gotta go back to our world. You gotta wait. It says you have to press the same buttons only if you leave the 10th floor. So you have to press the same order if you're on the 10th floor. When you reach the 5th floor, press the button for the 1st floor. The elevator will begin to ascend to the 10th floor. Press any other floor's button to cancel the ascension. You must press the button you use to cancel the ascension before you reach the 10th floor. So before the 10th floor, just fucking go nuts. Press any number. After you reach the 1st floor, check your surroundings carefully. If anything seems off, even the smallest detail, do not exit the elevator at all. If you detect something wrong, repeat step 2 until your surroundings look as they should. Like if it looks normal, basically. Once you're confident you return to your own world, you may safely exit the elevator. But you should really be sure, because you might be trapped there forever. The tips basically say, that's it I guess. I'm just checking it. Alright, so there's a tip. Only people that leave the 10th floor go to the other world. Getting back on your own world may be difficult. You may become disorientated and forget which elevator in which you arrived. There's more than one. If at any point you faint, you will wake up in your own home. And you have to be careful, because the home that you may return to may not be your actual home. Or you must not in any case attempt this too many acceptable. Yeah, I said it right this time, boys. I did it. To accidental slipping through the worlds. Wait, I can explore the multiverse with this shit? Sign me up! If you do not get out on the elevator on the 10th floor, or if the woman does not get in, you should head straight back down to the 1st floor, which means you have failed. Sometimes when you're coming back, the elevator goes back up instead of down. You have to cancel the ascension by pressing any button between your current floor and the 10th floor. The other world is pulling you. That's how it does. It's like, hey man, I don't want you to leave. But you're like, no bitch, I want to leave. Careful, you can be pulled there and back at any given moment. And also this happens to people with susceptible souls. Alright. So yeah, that's basically everything you need to know about the other world and the how do you do it, how whatever the thing, and whatever you need to do, what stuff you shouldn't do, and that's basically it for the technical part. Alright guys, so I found a story here, and I'm just gonna read it out to you guys. This video is currently 12 minutes. First off, before I say anything else, I want to make it absolutely clear that under no circumstances should anyone play the elevator game to the other world. If you're curious about it, then please just stop. If you've tried it before and didn't work, then please don't ever try it again. I tried it now and I'm pretty sure I'm fucked. This individual is an absolute mad lad, and happened upon a couple of websites about the elevator game and a lot of conjecture that Elisa had been playing this game prior to her disappearance. For those not familiar with the case, she was found dead in a water tank on the top of the hotel where she was last spotted. Just prior, she'd been acting really strangely on one of the building's elevators. The CCTV of it is really fun if you're really interested, but anyway, that's what got me mildly interested in playing the elevator game. So why did you fucking play it in the first place if you're mildly interested? Crept me out. I closed my browser. We all know why we close our browser, and honestly didn't think about it again for months until I happened upon another article on this very website. I didn't find that story, so it contained more info on the game than I'd seen in any one place before, and I became absolutely convinced this game was complete bullshit. Whoa. Being handed around the web as a quick way to get reads from people interested in Lisa Lamb. The community that's obsessed with her is relentless. Like, they're really completely obsessed with her. She considered playing it herself. My boyfriend is sweet. He's kind, but he's also very into missing person stories and the idea of the paranormal being a real thing. These are the things I find mildly interesting every once in a while, but they're not always on my radar like they are for him. So one evening, when he wouldn't stop with the spooky Lisa theories that I asked him, he'd stop talking about if I played the game and showing me it was fake. Oh, oh. She's trying to prove her boyfriend wrong. So they made a bet. Because he thought it was fake. He thought there was no way he would have wanted me to play the game, which... Why don't you just ask him to play with you? The game literally said you can have more than one people. So anyways, I took the notes on the game to take with me and identified a building where I thought I wouldn't draw attention to myself in any way that might cause me to mess up the game's order, thus be a rule invalid to my true believer boyfriend. I won't say which building because I wasn't supposed to be there and they likely don't want the attention, but it's downtown Atlanta where I live. That's more than enough information. Now, if a woman did get on the 5th floor, the problem is I never had an opportunity to not look at her because I was looking at the lights above the doors telling me which floor I was on, and it startled me when the elevator suddenly opened. But then I was already looking at the door and she was getting on. This was so stupid of me. It's so obvious that I should be facing the corner where the elevator buttons are, not staring at the lights telling me which floor I was on the whole time. You don't do it right. Obviously it backfired on you because you didn't do it right. If you'd just done it right, this shit wouldn't happen to you. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I immediately thought, okay, no biggie, this is bullshit anyway. She was nervous, and as I hit the buttons for the 1st floor and then the elevator started moving again, I made sure to look down at the floor. That's when she started talking. Her hair was light blonde, and she has striking green eyes and freckles. She started talking about how there had just been an accident on the 5th floor and asked if I would go back with her to help. This was totally nonsensical. She just got on the elevator in the hopes that someone might be there and then go help. I didn't speak, it was too weird, no way I was going to speak to her. She said it again, and this time she sounded like she was getting angry. Again I ignored her. The 3rd time was very different. Hey, you fucking bitch. C-word. I'm talking to you, you fucking C-word. Shit, I can't tell you how scary that was. The hair on my arms was standing up. The confused feeling whenever something seems really and truly dangerous and you get that first hit of adrenaline. I'm sure I'd moved completely into the corner of the elevator at this point. I know I was staring at the elevator buttons and wondering what was taking so long just to go to 5 short floors. We should have already hit the 1st floor, but we seemed stalled on the 3rd even though I could still feel the elevator moving. The next thing I knew, she'd gone from calling me a C-word to this kind of soft weeping. I would say it sounded sad or even mournful, but the truth is that it didn't sound that despicable and pathetic. Remembering it now, the effect that her crying had wasn't to make me want to console her. The effect that I was suddenly found her disgusting. For no reason other than the sound of her crying, I suddenly found myself hating her and she wouldn't stop crying. I could practically feel her body shuddering. She was crying so hard and the wet sound of it seemed to fill the elevator, getting louder and louder until I simply couldn't take it anymore. Hatred filled me, and turning around, I yelled, "Shut up!" as I grabbed her by her blonde and smashed her head into the elevator door over and over. What the fuck is wrong with this girl? I couldn't stop myself. Blood splattered across the seam of the elevator. She still kept weeping, the sound rising in pitch and shifting in pattern until it was no longer a cry but a kind of cackle. She was happy. Oh, given her what she wanted. And then, ding, went on the elevator floor. We had arrived on floor 1. Turning, the woman's face was no longer that of a pretty young girl, but was contorted in the face of pure pleasure as she had been relieved of a burden long carried, and she stepped off the elevator into the lobby, blocking my exit. The door slammed closed, and the elevator began a rapid ascent. I pressed every button on the elevator's console trying to stop it, but nothing responded. The buttons were dead. Faster and faster the elevator ascended until a loud creak and squeak of the cables came to a complete stop. The floor indicator light read 10. The doors opened and nothing, there was nothing. It was just the 10th floor of the building. On the right, left were offices with glass doors and windows. Inside, people answered phone calls and appeared to be in the meetings. Just your basic stuff. I hit the elevator button on the first floor and the elevator moved smoothly downward at the lobby. And walked quickly out of the building and onto the street. I did not know what in the hell I just experienced, but I knew I didn't want any part of it. I immediately called my boyfriend and told him what had happened on the elevator, and he laughed and said he didn't believe me. He compared what I told him to the things he read about Elisa Lam. What she fucking smashed a lady's head on the fucking elevator. He didn't listen to me at all. So caught up this little spooky fantasy that all he could do was try to pick my story apart with the bullshit he read on the internet forums. He said what had happened to me was impossible, that I was just making stuff up and try to win our bet. I hung up and shut off my phone. This is the part I need you to really listen to. This is the part that matters. I hope it does. The next morning, after going to sleep in my own bed, I opened my eyes and I was standing in the middle of an office building of some kind, fully dressed. The light was dim as I appeared. I saw what I can only describe as a dead city. A faint dim light on the horizon illuminated everything with a crimson sheen that glimmered like a greasy film in the low light. I don't mean it was quiet, I mean the place was absent of sound. Hold on guys, I'm just gonna take a water break. The elevator and the floor indicator read 10. I pushed down the button to call Edward in such a panic that sweat seemed to instantly cover my body. Opened it and I got on. It took me down to the lobby where the low red light was gone, and in its place was the normal lobby I had seen the day before, and it was morning. This had happened every night and morning for the past 10 nights. 10? There's a pattern here. During the day, when I'm out of my apartment, I see the blonde girl's face in every crowd, but she always disappears once I try to focus on her. Ooh. Then I found myself in the building. The elevator quit working and I took the stairs down to the lobby. This sounds like a welcome to the game. Taking the stairs every night, but since they get longer and longer. Yesterday morning, after walking down at least 50 flights, I opened the stairwell door at the floor I was on, and I was back at the 10th floor. It took what seemed like hours to finally get out after that. I'm afraid that tonight I will be trapped. I get feeling in my bones that this is it. I will never be able to get out again. I've been trying to stay awake, but I never can, no matter how much caffeine. You should sleep. Like, no matter what the case may be, you have to sleep. Even worse, I saw the pretty young girl with blonde hair 2 nights ago on the stairwell. I see her clearly, but more like out of the corner of my eye below. I can hear the lights filling in me. Do not play this game. It'll be the end of you. Otherworld isn't something to be fucked around with like a hobby or a spooky thing or try on a dare. It's a prison, and when I finally fall asleep, I know I will become its most recent resident. The end. So guys, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. This video is almost 30 fucking minutes. The fuck? I'ma cut some of this shit out. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and peace out and goodbye. Bye guys.